So my dad is really smart. Like, if you ever saw his IQ test scores, you would just be like, wow, okay, he's a genius, literally. Very intelligent, super smart. He is amazing with technology. Like, his job is an IT director. He's really handy with wood. He can fix anything. Like, he understands how things work and just all that kind of stuff, right? One of the smartest people you'll ever meet. He's really good at everything that he does. Like, I don't think I've ever met anybody that doesn't like him. It's one of those things. So we just kind of joke around in our family, and like we call him the legend, and we're like, the Larry Doss. Like, it's a joke in our family, right? But it's easy when people are in your life and they look at you like that and they think you're so amazing. It's easy to get a big head. It's easy to kind of like take that and be like, yeah, I am super great, and get an ego, right? And I remember this one time when I was married to my ex-husband. I was moving from Texas. I was young. I think I was 22 at the time. And I was moving from Texas to Georgia, and my dad and I took the trip together. It was really cool. It was a really neat time. And we had that moment together. We drove the trip and we got to talk about a lot of things. And I was moving to Savannah, Georgia, and I was probably about 25 minutes away from the ocean, Tybee Island. And we were getting into town. It was going to be late. We were going to be really tired. Like, the weather wasn't right for going to the beach. My dad didn't have his swimsuit. And my dad was like, we need to go to the ocean. And I was like, why? Again, it wasn't the right circumstances, like not the right weather. You don't have your bathing suit, yada, yada, yada. Like, are we going to go swimming? If you're not going to go swimming, like, why are we going to the ocean? I remember saying this to him, and he was like, well, I mean, we're so close, so we need to go see it, right? And I kept pressing, and I was like, but why? It's like 25-minute drive, and like, we're not prepared to go to the ocean. And my dad said something so profound to me. It was a major lesson in humility. My dad said, sometimes I just like to feel small. Sometimes I just like to be reminded that I'm not the most important thing. And it was like, wow, like what a really amazing, thing to hear. Here's this guy that we joke around about him being a legend, and he is so smart and everyone thinks he's awesome. And he's like really just wants to feel humble and small. And the ocean is what makes him feel that sometimes, standing by the ocean, I guess, right? And so that was really a cool thing to me. And it reminds me of how Jesus, the Son of God, literally King of Kings, Lord of Lords, he is the most holy, the perfect Lamb. If anyone has a right to brag or boast, it's Jesus, right? And yet, on his final days on earth, he chose to spend it washing feet, literally washing feet. And he chose to spend his time not only washing the feet of all of the 11 disciples that he, knew weren't going to like betray him, but he also washed the feet of the 12th disciple, Judas, even though he knew that he was going to give him up to be crucified. He literally humbled himself so low to wash the feet of these 12 men, even the one that he knew was going to betray him. And I think to myself, if Jesus can humble himself enough to wash the feet of a man who is going to betray him, knowing that this is going to happen, then who am I to not be able to humble myself enough to serve my community, serve my friends, serve my family, forgive, be there for people when they need you, all of those things. And it's just one of those moments in your life when you read that story, and if you haven't read it, you need to read it, that you start to realize just how small you really are. But what's cool about that is, wow, I may be really, really small, but guess what? God still made me too. The same God that made the mountains, the stars, everything that we love, all animals, all creation, all the water in the ocean, that same God made you. And he hears you when you talk to him. He hears you. He counts your every tear. He keeps it. And it's humbling, and it's baffling, and it's magnificent all in one. Anyway, just something to think about. Love you guys. Be blessed. Have a wonderful night or morning or whatever time it is for you. It's nighttime for me. But anyway, love you guys. Hope to talk to you soon.